Sharks. My name is Christian Matromka, and I'm from Houston, Texas. My company, Do Amore, is improving one of the oldest traditions in the world. Sharks, many of you have shopped for engagement or wedding rings before. But looking back, what do you remember about that ring? What if your life-changing day could have changed another life forever? That's exactly what Do Amore does. Not only do we create some of the most sustainable rings in the world using recycled precious metals and ethically sourced stones, but we take it one step further. Every Do Amore ring gives a person in a developing country access to clean water. This way, a couple can change another life forever on their special day. With each ring, our customers are literally helping to solve one of the most pressing problems in the world today. Visit our website and design the perfect ring for your loved one. And when you're ready, just check out and we'll begin making your ring right here in the USA. And when you receive your ring, you and your partner can see the specific impact that your ring made. You can pull up a photo and the GPS coordinates of the actual water well you helped build, along with information on the community that now has access to clean water. We've already built water projects in 9 countries, and the list keeps growing. So Sharks, for $600,000 in exchange for 6% of my company, which one of you would like to be my partner and say yes to my proposal?
Lovely presentation.
The way it works is whether you're buying a $250 wedding band or a $25,000 engagement ring, every ring gives one person access to water. Over the last few years, 20.5% of our net profits have gone towards it. On average, it's about $50 per ring.
You're burdening your business with a 20% tax, basically. But there must be a reason you're doing that, other than just...
The reason is my story. Like, when I was younger, my family and I moved to India. And we were walking to school one day, and we saw a large crowd gathered around a lady that was crying. The little boy was laying in his mom's arms, and he had died from the bad pani, or the bad water, that he and his family had to drink every single day. And this image has stayed in my head for a really long time. Later, as an engineer, I went to work in the middle of nowhere to help drill oil wells. And very quickly, I learned it takes weeks and weeks to get to oil, but you hit water within minutes. This bothered me because there are literally people and children dying from not having clean water when the clean water is 100 yards beneath their feet. Around the same time, I was shopping for engagement rings, and I was really troubled that these symbols of love came with questions of ethics. So I thought, when I proposed, what if I could do it with a ring that didn't just not hurt the world, but actually help the world?
How do you source the
All right,
diamonds?
hold on. Before we go any further about sourcing, all right, so that, I think it's a great example of, well, it's a feel-good story to be able to give people access to clean water. I think it's really interesting that you take something that has almost nothing to do with water and you relate it back to it. And but the metrics, I mean, it seems like that, I mean, that's an awful high percentage to be taking out of a business that doesn't seem like it's selling at a high, like it doesn't seem like the price, like, well, at least the prices that they showed on the screen didn't seem outrageously high. So it's not just for people that are like, oh, well, I'm spending, $20,000-$30,000 on a ring. Yeah, of course, like we could take, a high percentage of the profits and dump it into there. Now, there's a whole lot to be said for the diamond industry. If you haven't watched Adam Ruins Everything, I think it's free here on YouTube. Just type in Adam Ruins engagement rings and talks about how the De Beers company and it's a whole big thing. Not gonna go all into it, but kind of a scam. Man, all right. So I think what Chris is doing here is really cool, but I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be able to get a shark interested at $600,000 for 6%. I'm gonna have to hear some more of the metrics behind it to see if it's a good investment for one of them.
So all of our natural diamonds, we're only sourcing them if we're 100% sure they're from an ethical mine.
And by that, you mean that the labor is treated well, that the conditions of mining are good?
Correct. Or we do lab-created diamonds. The lab-created market is booming. Even the rings you're seeing, they're made from recycled precious metal, recycled gold, recycled platinum.
So how long ago was this? When did you start the company?
Yeah. So I left my job in 2013. I had saved up $18,000. I put every single dollar into starting the company. 2014, was my first year working on this full time.
You must
let's talk
have
about
a
your
wonderful
business. Yeah,
sales.
talk about your business.
Yeah, let's do it. So last year we did $8.3 million in sales.
Whoa.
This year we'll be
Wow.
doing $11.5 million in sales.
What did
Wow.
you make? What did you make on the 8.3? What are you going to make this year on the 11?
So we've already done 5.2 this year so
Yeah.
far to date, and we've netted 460,000 cash flow positive on the.
Okay, what about it? Did you make money on the 8.3 last year?
We did. It was a little bit less than 100,000.
What do you charge for, let's say, a 2-carat solitaire?
Sure. So yours is very close to 2 carat.
Okay.
It's about 2.5.
Right.
Your engagement ring was $10,800.
That is a carbon
$10,000?
created diamond?
That is a lab created diamond. Every single ring here is lab created except for yours, Mr. Wonderful.
What's your average sale? What's the
So
amount?
our average order value is $3,900.
Okay.
So Barbara also has a beautiful lab created engagement ring. Yours is $3,400.
And what did you give Lori?
10,000.
I'm not here to get in trouble, but
Yeah, right. Well, at that point, what you do, like, if you want to not have that happen, give 3 rings. Give the $1,500, give the $3,000-ish, and then give a $10,000 one. It's lab created, so it's not like it's a rare, like, it's not a rare thing per se. I mean, is the diamond lab created, or just the metals are blended and recycled in a lab? I'm not clear on that.
Well, I'm out. I'll tell you that, buddy.
so our gross margins are 41%.
They are.
And 41% for an e-commerce jewelry company is definitely above average.
I think you're a very impressive business person, and you're a person that from your heart is pursuing this. But this is not my world.
Okay.
Congratulations, sei gesund,
Thank
but
you.
I'm out.
Thank you. I'm a huge fan. Can I tell you all how
Chris,
much
can I
capital?
get back to the
can I talk to you
numbers
how
just
much
for a
capital
second?
we've raised? I invested $18,000 in 2013. Right. That's every single dollar I had when I quit my job. We have not raised a single dollar more. So cumulatively, we've done $26 million.
What?
$26 million plus in
Wow.
sales. I always thought I would have to, of course, invest more
Amazing.
money. I would
I
have
might
to
come
raise
back
money.
in.
I'm literally standing here. We've only invested $18,000. This is the first
it's a
time
fantastic
I've
story.
ever pitched anyone.
No.
But then what are we looking for the money? Like, what is this money going to get? I mean, you're at 41% margin, so where are we going here? Because 600,000, 6% probably ain't going to get that, get it done here with the Sharks. Combined with the fact that you're already lighting the world on fire, and you own 100% of the company apparently from an $18,000. And that, ding ding on being able to take $18,000, which, hey, that's not a small amount of money, but in the grand scheme of things, for what he was trying to accomplish, that is a small amount of money. And to be able to go and do it and make inroads in an industry that is very much cutthroat and I mean, cartel ran in some regards, is phenomenal. He deserves every bit of credit. But yeah, what we need to know, like, what we doing with 600,000 here at this point?
Small feat to be able to go from $18,000 to $11 million in sales and 9% margins. You deserve a lot of credit
Thank you.
for that.
Thank you.
You have a better mission than 99.9% of them.
Sure.
You've probably got better marketing than 99.9% of them, but that's hard to sustain because anybody else can walk in the door and try to do the same thing. There's
Yeah.
no barriers to entry to compete with you, and that makes it hard to invest in. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Okay, thank you. I don't think just anyone can add this to what they're
Yes,
doing.
they can.
I think it's amazing what you've built.
Thank
You've built it with nothing but great salesmanship and marketing. But when my first husband proposed to me, I took a new pair of skis instead. And it was a good decision. When I proposed to my second husband, I took a Volkswagen instead, because I really wanted a Volkswagen Bug. So I've never had an engagement ring. I've never had a marriage ring. And I've never even ever bought anything real in the jewelry area. So I'm certainly not your gal here, right? I really wish you the best of luck, but I'm out.
That's an interesting. I don't know if she's ever mentioned that before. I took a new pair of skis instead of an engagement ring. That is I mean, most people wouldn't say that, and and for her to be the one that says, "Well, how much did you give? How much is Lori's ring worth?" Man, that's funny to hear.
Listen, let me give it to you straight. I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I believe you are a good entrepreneur, okay?
Thank you.
Your valuation is insane. Here's my offer. I'll take the
10
6%
million.
basically as a tip, but I'm going to put a royalty on this deal, $100 a transaction. That royalty goes away after I get 3 times on it, okay? I'll give you the 600,000. I make 3 times that on a royalty of $100 a transaction, and I put you into my network of L'Amore, and we try and sell more of this.
I actually think
Hey, listen, I think that deal
that's
makes
a
a lot
good
of sense.
offer from him because
Yeah.
he is in that business. I think Kevin has given you an offer far better than I would. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
What do you want?
I mean, that means Lori wasn't going to give a good offer at all, apparently, because this. I mean, it's not terrible, $100, but the thing is that kind of crunches down on, his ability to give back, the whole water mission thing. And then but it does tie him to, a ring company that I'm assuming Kevin doesn't have one in his portfolio. So maybe Chris could, push back a little bit, push that down.
You only have one offer.
I think we're on a commercial break is what we're doing. Yeah.
No,
Wait,
I-
have
you,
it.
you have a bird in hand. You have Kevin here, and he
Listen,
is
if you don't want to
in
do
the
the
wedding
deal, I'm
arena.
okay with it. I gave you
It's
a
not
realistic.
really that bad.
At the end of the day, we came to make a deal, but I don't think that we need help with the things that you're indicating. We need help with more distribution. We need help with the marketing part of changing
What do
Do
you
Amore
think I
into
do
a
with all my
milestone.
companies? What do you think I do? I reduce their customer acquisition costs. That's what Shark Tank's all about. That's why you have to pay more for a shark, any shark. But one that's in the wedding industry, you have to pay even more for. I know this space inside out. I'm not cheap. Take the offer or not, your decision.
Would you do the 600,000 for 10% of the company?
No.
We're a revenue. We're
Don't
growing
even talk
revenues.
anymore.
We're not
No,
just
the answer is
growing
no. Never.
Wow.
I'll do it for 15%.
Wow.
Chris, I've done so many deals in my life.
He's
I
really
understand
impressive.
valuation. It's a discipline I have.
So you have a second offer.
You do,
Yeah,
at
you have a
15%.
second
I'll
offer.
for 15% in the heat of the moment. You want to do it? I'll help you with everything you said. Marketing-wise, I can help you with that. Do we have a deal?
1 second. Don't walk here yet. 1 second. No, don't do it yet. 12%. I promise you, I will make. Daniel, I know all of y'all work hard. I know that y'all work so hard for your money. I promise you, I
Say
will
no,
work
Daniel.
so hard to literally help solve the water
You're gonna
crisis.
say no for 3%?
I promise you, we're gonna keep growing. I will change the world with you together. And like, you are the one
Kirsch,
that I want.
I'm out.
15%?
Fine. You
Okay.
lost me.
I appreciate it. And
Now you can deal with Daniel.
okay. Thank you.
Make it easy.
Oh gosh, that is painful. This is painful. I mean, Kevin was the shark. I feel like, oh God, I want to say, if you got to find a better counter. Obviously, he wasn't going to reach out at 10%. He wasn't going there. So, to me, it's like, okay, if you can't get there, let's maybe restructure the 3 times on your money to 1.8 million. That's tough. That's tough to swallow.
15%. I'll donate the other 3% to your
Can you do
cost.
700,000
Do
for
you hear what I
15?
said?
Yes, do it.
15%, but that 3% equivalent that we're dividing, I will donate it to the cause that we agree on.
That's really nice.
Do we have a deal?
And you
You own 100%.
Let's do it.
All
I'm so
right.
excited.
You are such a cool
I shake your
guy.
hand?
Yes, you can shake my hand.
I'm gonna change the world with you.
Kevin let that get
Thank
away.
you guys. Thank you all so much.
Congratulations, Chris.
Would have been a slam
Thank
dunk
you all
for
so
Kevin.
much. I'm so excited.
Wow.
Yes. Daniel understood what we're trying to do. Daniel's entire life's work has been social impact. He was the perfect shark. With Daniel, we're gonna bring so many people clean water as we sell so many rings.
All right, I love that. Chris, I would love to have you come on the show. Just reach out in the comments down below and we will make that happen. In the meantime, let's check out his website and social media. I like seeing, the ring. I'd like to see people. I like to see faces. I mean, the hand, does the trick as well, but more in the whole faces. Of all this, I'm seeing like one face there and a hand. So let's see if we go like wedding. Well, I guess we go engagement rings because that's where you're gonna hook them right out of the gate. $450. You saw us on Shark Tank. Let's drop an email. I like seeing that. It's awesome. It's a twist ring, halo ring. So it seems pretty reasonable pricing. I mean, I think that's I think it's pretty reasonable. I don't know. It's been a while since I've gone shopping for engagement rings. That's 14 karat. This is if we go platinum, 2000. Still seems quite reasonable. I'm curious as to. I still don't understand. Is the picking a platinum rings so unlike white gold, which makes couples often wonder which of our 100% recycled precious metals is best for the special engagement ring. And if you're looking for a white ring, there you have 3 choices. So I guess the diamond isn't lab grown. A lab grown diamond, isn't that that's a thing, right? I don't know. Let's go to Facebook. So 37,000 likes over on Facebook. 10,000. That had to have been an ad there from 2017. Pretty well engaged on there. Like seeing the engagement there, and then we're over on Twitter. 340 followers. We have a secret. Can you guess what it is? It just jumped over and retweeted. Oh, it's been a while since I pulled this up originally, but yeah, it's good to see. Good on them, and I'd love to have you come on the show. Just reach out below. Like this comment here from Rooftop Solutions says, "Enjoy your reaction videos, Joe. Keep them coming." Ding dang. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in one of these 2 videos over here. Take care and go be super.